Are you an emotional person? Have you heard that logical people make better decisions and also better leaders? Let's explore. Every moment of your life, whether you're awake or asleep, your brain is interpreting information from the sense organs. What you see, smell, taste, hear, or feel on your skin. All this information goes to a central region of your brain that is checking if there's anything you don't like or you fear. This can be anything: a barking stray dog, social alienation, favoritism. Regardless of whether it is in the professional or personal space, your brain generates three primary emotions with three corresponding actions tied to it: sadness, anger, and fear, with corresponding actions: freeze, fight, and flight tied to them. Your brain goes a step further to protect you. It makes a firm decision to avoid such situations the next time by tying a chemical weight to each emotion and situation. This chemical weight is dependent on your moral values and your past experiences and determines to what extent you will go to avoid these situations the next time. In this example, blame game has the highest weight and you will take every possible action in the future to avoid it. Next, your brain determines if there's something pleasing, something that you like, or something that makes you happy. Food, party, events, relaxation, whatever is the appropriate thing for you. And if your brain senses one of those situations, it generates positive emotions. Exactly like the painful emotions, your brain again encodes positive emotions, gives them a chemical weight that helps decide the attractiveness quotient of the stimulus and the emotion. If your brain works like what you see on the screen, the high weight for cakes explains your sweet tooth. Your brain performs this emotional analysis and chemical encoding every single moment of your life, leading to every decision you make. It turns out that 100% of decisions you make in your life are emotionally driven. So, what is logic? What's a logical decision? After your brain completes making a decision based on emotional weights, like we saw, it sends the decision to a part of the brain right behind your forehead. The role of this part, among many others, is to come up with a logical explanation for the emotional decision that has already been taken. For example, let's say you hate enclosed or dark spaces. You might avoid a coffee shop with low lights next time due to this fear of low lights. But outwardly, you justify your decision of not having coffee at this shop with a logical explanation that you hate this specific coffee brand. And all this happens subconsciously. Logic or rationale is a veneer to explain your emotional decisions that have already been made way before they reach the logical region of your brain. The logical explanation helps us make sense of the world. After all, saying you don't like coffee because of low light doesn't sound sensible. The gap between the emotional weight driven decision and the logical explanation, or the gap between your values and the logic, determines your authenticity. The wider the gap, the more inauthentic the person will appear. The lower the gap, the more consistent and authentic the person. So the next time you hear someone say they are logical or logical people make better people leaders, it's worth remembering. We are 100% emotionally driven in every decision we make, regardless of how logically we choose to explain it. This video is a logical explanation of an emotional decision I made to understand my own brain and myself. I hope you understand yourself in the process too.